despite that, ay dineport pa rin.
Opo.
Sino sa inyo?
9 po kami, sir, actually.
Kasama ka doon?
Opo, kasama po ako.
Okay, so sabi mo pinakawalan ka.
Opo, pinakawalan po ako. Then after every may kinuha na naman po na dalawa. And then nakabalik din po sila. And then pagpuntuan po ng June 28, kinuha po lahat ng nakabalik. And then, ayun na po, wala na pong paliwanag, report na po muna kami.
Ikaw?
Opo.
Okay, so binalikan ka after...
Yes po. June 28, lahat po ng mga nakuha nila na pinabalik nila na ship, kinuha po ulit nila. And doon na po nila kami din.
So lahat ng kinausap nila,
opo,
at kinuha yung cellphone at chinek, and then wala makita, pinakawalan,
opo,
and then weeks later, pinalikan, and then pinaghuli na, pinagdideport.
Actually, nung June 28 na, meron pa nga po nung first time lang din po nila nakuha, wala na pong interrogation na nangyari. Kasama na rin po sila kami pag dineport ko, wala na pong interrogation na nangyari. Ayun na po, kinuha na po ng fingerprint. Tapos, kinuha lang po kami ng DNA sample.
Wala binigay sa inyo explanation?
Wala po. Actually, yung paper po, pinipilit pa nga po kami pumirma. May isa po sa amin na nagtatanong kung ano pa yung ebidensya. Ayaw po nila actually, sad to say po, ang aangat po nung mga officers na humarap amin na meron pa nga pong pumaporma na hawak pa po ng baril. Parang tinatakot po kami, then tinapos po kami pirmahan po yung papel.
Okay, sandali lang. Yusek De Vega or anybody from the DFA, Yusek, ikaw na siguro sasagot ito. Pwede ba natin kausapin yung immigration sa case po nito mga seafarers natin na napadeport, walang due process nga. Kung anong ebidensya meron sila against our seafarers, bakit sila napadeport? Kasi sinasabi nila walang nakitang child pornography sa kanilang cellphones. And despite that, pinakawalan sila nga and then binalikan after a week or so. Tama? 2 weeks?
Yes po, Mr.
Weeks. Saka pinagdadampot. Saan ang due process doon?
Quick answer po, gagawin na po namin. Pero follow up yung Washington PA, hindi sumasagot immigration kasi hindi criminal, walang criminal charge. Basta deportation, which is sovereignty raw nila. However, pangako namin, yung bagong USEC, we'll follow up and report to you. Pangako po namin. Tanong lang, hindi lahat ng Pilipino dineport, no? Mayroong ibang mga crewmen na hindi pinauwi. O lahat kayo lang seafarers sa noon, kayo lang
sa ship po namin actually, lahat po na na-deport po sa ship namin, Pilipino lang po, wala pong ibang lahi.
Pero mayroong mga ibang seafarer na Pinoy na hindi dineport. Kayo lang. Parang kayo mismo tinarget.
Yes po. Actually, may isa pa po dapat na huli na ma-deport kaso hindi po siya na-deport dahil June na may nag-rally po na Filipino Workers Organization sa port namin. Hindi na po siya tuloy na-deport, nakauwi po siya ng maayos. Noong last July lang po actually. Hindi na po siya natuloy na i-deport dahil din po sa tulong ng mga may nag-rally po sa labas ng port namin. Ayun po, mas maayos po siya nakauwi.
Ilang kayong Filipino seafarers sa barko nun?
Marami po kami. Kung Filipino po, nasa hundreds po kami. Approximately hundreds po.
We promise to get as much info as we can from the immigration.
Thank you, Yusek. Kasi kung tama yung sinasabi ni Mr. Javier, meron daw kasamaan sila na i-deport sana pero hinarang ata, may nagrally ng mga kasamahan kaya hindi natuloy.
Yan.
So, it seems to me na parang patsamba-tsamba lang itong ginagawa ng ICE, yung immigration, ano bang ibig sabihin ng ICE? Immigration Customs Enforcement. So, baka nagpapatsamba-tsamba lang tapos sinisingalaw sila dahil sila ay Pilipino. In fact, sinabi ni Mr. Javier na yung mga ibang lahi hindi pinagdiskitahan. Walang na-deport sa ibang lahi, kundi puro Pilipino lamang.
Actually, wala po talaga as in. And then, ayun na nga po, honestly, nag-discriminate po kami sa ship kasi nagtataka po lahat ng nationalities doon. Bakit Pilipino lang yung kinukuha ng mga custom border police doon sa ship po namin?
Mr. Chair, go ahead, Senator Bato.
Anong kuan yun? Mr. Chair, pwede natin malaman kung anong port yun? Particular
sa Norfolk, Virginia po kami, Mr. Chair.
Norfolk,
Virginia.
Virginia.
Opo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Ang manning agency nila ay Carnival Sunshine. Andito ba yung Carnival Sunshine? Any representative from Carnival? So, when you received that information about the arrest, I would even say illegal kasi wala naman palang prueba at sila ay dinampot at pinadeport. What did you do as soon as you've heard about their situation? What happened to them?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Actually, Mr. Chair, we have been talking to our principal, which is Carnival Cruise Line, and they have already made representations to Washington, D.C., and to the immigration and to the CBP since last year, because this did not happen only this year. There are also those deported from last year. So we have done representations, but then until today, there is no move from the immigration and the CBP and even in Washington, D.C. But then we have already done 3 representations there, one in Virginia, one in Washington, D.C. And then also last week, there was a representation from Carnival to the CBP and the immigration office. And they will have another this coming Friday to discuss the issue and how to mitigate it, that there will be no more deportation of such thing.
Yeah, thank you for that. But what I'm really interested in, Yusek De Vega and Yusek Herrera Lim, is yung gobyerno natin mag-file ng protest sa US government and telling them na we're being singled out here at wala namang talagang due process, pinadeport sila na wala namang ebidensya. Diba? Dapat gawin natin yun dahil kung hindi, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung deportation sa mga seafarers natin. And I've heard na may mga quota itong mga taga-ICE sa US dahil kapag na-meet nila yung quota nila, meron silang mga bonus after makapag-apprehend sila o makapag-deport sila certain number of immigrants or foreigners, meron silang natanggap na reward o siguro pinagdiskitan ng mga Pilipino para pagkakitaan siguro. So that's something that we really have to talk to the US government. Are we already doing that?
We're doing that, but so yung kung protest, sir, well, hindi to formal protest na in writing na pinadala, but we'll inform our ambassador and he'll advise on the best steps para ma-avoid nga to working with the manning agency. Pero yun nga, we'll talk to ICE about it.
Siguro we can involve the US ambassador to the Philippine ambassador to the US. Kasi kung hindi, believe me, believe you, baka araw-arawin tayo, meaning tuloy-tuloy kasi hindi tayo pumapalag eh. So parang easy target tayo. Ginagawa tayong sitting duck. So tira sila ng tira sa mga kababayan natin simply because hindi tayo umimik, hindi tayo lumalaban, vulnerable tayo, so to speak. So dapat pumalag tayo. And by doing so, mapipreempt na yung mga future na paggagawa nilang pagpapadeport ng wala namang due process sa mga kababayan natin.
Tama po. If you mean, of course, the Philippine ambassador sa Washington is already involved. Maybe you mean the US ambassador here.
And also the US ambassador here. Maybe we can talk to the US ambassador here. Or maybe I can invite probably the US ambassador in my office and talk to her, or it's a she, right? Talk to her and maybe get some explanation from her about that and help us out. Pero yung Philippine ambassador to US, malaking weight din yon. He carries a lot of weight when he goes to Washington and talk to the big shots in Washington and tell Washington about yung sa situation natin mga seafarers, right? That will help. But you're right. You can probably also talk to, or we can talk to. Did we do that already, Yusek? Talk to the U.S. ambassador?
Not I myself, but our Office of American Affairs is always in touch with her on various issues, including this, including deportations.
So, COMSEC, sa next hearing natin, can we invite the immigration, or immigration, Bureau of Immigration as well? Kasi the Bureau of Immigration can also help us here kasi they can talk to U.S. Immigration and maybe get an explanation or procedure tungkol dun sa kanilang mga paghuli at deportation. DMW, anong ginagawa ninyo sa parte ninyo tungkol sa issue ito?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The DMW and the DFA are working seriously on this particular matter of deportation. In fact, the DMW together with OWA have already conducted an investigation, and these are the hard facts, Mr. Chair. The seafarers who were deported are all seafarers involving the passenger and cruise ships.
I'm sorry?
Passenger and cruise ships.
Okay.
Okay. And the port involved are all U.S. ports.
Okay.
Second hard fact. And there are 6 licensed manning agencies involved. We have identified the 6 licensed manning agencies involved. And there are 93, as of today, 93 seafarers deported. Of these 93 seafarers deported, 7 were deported prior to January 2025. 7 only. After January 2025, 87 were deported under the present U.S. administration. The seafarers are holders of C1 and D visas. These are transit visas. And of course, being transit visas, the U.S. government has a perfect authority and power to exclude whoever aliens, whether they are desirable or undesirable, they have. And we also note that there has been 12 arrest and detention. The seafarers, 83, were never arrested for having in possession of child pornographic materials. Wala po silang kaso. Wala pong kasong isinampa sa 83 sa kanila. Pero prior to 2025, meron pong 8. Doon po sa 8, nakulong po yung 4 at na-deport po yung 2 at ongoing po yung trial ng 2 pa.
Okay, doon sa
This is
nakulong,
serious po. Mr.
right,
Chair.
doon sa nakulong at na-deport, meron bang ebidensya yung US Immigration para doon sa kasong na pinal sa kanila?
Mr. Chair, yung 8 po na nakulong, lahat po yon, they were found to have in possession of child pornography.
They were found to be in possession?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Meron pinakita ebidensya sa korte?
Nasentensyahan po sila from 2 years, ranging from 2 years to 6 years maximum. Ang proseso po nila, Mr. Chair, once na ma-charge ka at makulong ka, immediately thereafter serving your penalty, ide-deport ka po nila.
Okay, wait a minute. So meron tayong LAF, meron tayong ATN.
Yes,
So
po.
anong ginawa ng mga lawyers natin? Were they properly represented?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much. They were legally represented both by lawyers coming from DFA
And then,
DMW.
kinonfirm ba ng mga lawyers natin na nag-represent doon sa mga OFWs na seafarers natin na yes, meron nga talagang ebidensya pinakita na merong in possession sila ng child pornographic materials?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doon po sa 12. Pero sa kanila po, sir, wala ni isang nakuhang pornographic material sa kanilang possession na cellphone. Wala po. Kaya po sila na-deport because allegedly, they have access child pornographic materials in the US using the personal email po nila. That is the
Access.
allegation. Yes, sir.
Okay,
They have access
kahit na-
either by possession,
Alright, alright.
by
I'd like to make it
transferring, or by distribution. Yun po yung kanilang.
So ibig sabihin, the mere fact na nag-access ka lang, tiningnan mo lang, and then hindi mo screenshot at nilagay sa
Sure.
cellphone mo, kaso pa rin yun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ganun po ka-stricto yung kanilang
Pero
laws.
paano nalaman ng US government, sa example, hindi ko sinasabi na nag-access po kayo, no? Paano malalaman ng US Immigration na nag-access sila sa website na merong child pornographic materials?
Sir, they have the email address of all the seafarers. We also found during our investigation, Mr. Chair, that unfortunately, they were not randomly selected. They were specifically and definitely and categorically identified Pag sumampo po yung